Like many of Led Zeppelin's songs, this is a cover of a classic blues track released in 1964 by the brilliant, very sampled and covered Howlin' Wolf. Now, blues seems to be the biggest source of inspiration for the band Led Zeppelin, but they often take it into very experimental and different places. So I'm very much looking forward to hearing this song. The last little sort of fact about this track is that even in early performances, before the album was released, they would introduce the track as Killing Floor. So it's clearly a cover or an homage to the original track. I am making my way through their discography. This is the third track from their second album, but just before we get into the reaction, I just wanted to highlight my favorite comment from the last Led Zeppelin video I did, and it was by Balba Zach the Great. He kept it short and simple. He said, "Crazy how one band could generate so many amazing tracks." And I have to agree with him, especially at first, where they come out the gate with just fire and heat and just bangers, you know, straight from the start. So I got to agree with Balba, and I have to say that the comment section is probably the most sort of amazing part of my channel. There's always people giving their 2 cents about these songs, giving their analysis, their personal experiences with the track. So keep up the great comments, people. Here we go. This is the Lemon Song by Led Zeppelin. Wow, sort of sounds like Whole Lot of Love, that big gong. Okay, turn this up. Great groove, man.
I should have quit you long time ago. Oh, yeah. Long time ago.
Oh man, that bass line.
Hear my children, their love is still afloat.
Oh. I think it's maybe because Bonzo has been sampled so much in hip hop, but this track really feels reminiscent of a hip hop beat. Especially the rhythm that it's in, and it's also because of its fantastic connection with that bass line, which is so fantastic, man. It's so funky and crazy and alive. It's really kicking in the background there. Also, I will say that Page has done something fantastic with that guitar, where it sounds like sort of waves of notes coming at you. Waves, like you'll catch it again when it plays. He does this certain thing. I don't know if it's the way he's playing it or the way he's mixed it and produced it, but it has this effect of like a wall of noise coming through you. Also, I mean, the album cover does a fantastic job of sort of describing the look of these sounds. When I kind of close my eyes, I can hear yellows and bright purples, and that's kind of what this album cover looks like. So I don't know, maybe they were doing some acid and stuff and they saw some things. But that's a fantastic album cover if you ask me. I'll back this up so we can go again. This bit. Wall or waves. Electric blue. Listen to that bass line, dude. It's going crazy. Sounds like being absolutely madly in love with someone, you know? Oh my lord. Dude. What cool sounding song. I said like as a reference to the colors that I see in my mind, I said I hear electric blues. You know, that's sort of the waves, and they've twisted heartache and made it into this amazing thing that sounds so fun and alive. But electric blues kind of fit what they're doing here, right? This is the blues redone, electrified, you know, and obviously with an electric guitar. And dude, this is a transformed what I believe the original track would have been like. You know, these aren't necessarily covers. It's a transformation. And I've said this many times as a hip hop fan. I love the aspect of Led Zeppelin. They've taken something old and transformed it into something new. And I will say about this album as well, what I've heard so far, they've taken everything they did in the first one and turned it up a notch. You know, they were on 10 already, but they've turned it up to 12. Everything is crazier. The abstraction in their songs has gone up. The emotion of Robert Plant's voice, which I will say, this sounds like he's sort of at the peak of his singing abilities, because I think his voice lends to it sort of breaking down after a while, because he's like teetering on the edge. When he lets loose with those emotions, it's so much that I think his voice kind of takes a hit with later albums. So this is really to be sort of enjoyed and appreciated. He's going off on this one, man. Let me back this up again. That bass line. You can feel his heart explode when he does those shrieks.
People tell me, baby, can't be satisfied. Trying to worry me, baby, but I never enough. Get you in myself. People worry, baby. Can't keep you satisfied. Let me tell you, baby, you ain't nothing but a stupid, no good job. I went to sleep last night. I worked as hard as I can. I bring home my money. You take my money, give it to another man.
Can't be doing that.
You, baby. Oh, such a long time ago.
Dude, that bass line. Walking bass lines, I think they're
I
called.
wanna be here with all my troubles. Down on this killing floor. Sleep me, baby, till the juice runs down my leg.
Okay.
Sleep me, baby, till the juice runs down my leg. The way you squeeze my lemon, I'm gonna fall right out of bed.
Who makes music like this? Like, this is mad. The different sections of each, it really sounds like a performance. It sounds like they captured in the studio them jamming, and it's obviously not just a jam, because you can't make something this sort of abstract in the moment. I don't think it's possible to do, but they perform on their tracks. That's the fantastic part of Led Zeppelin. Their songs are capturing a performance and an emotion. They're so good at that. A lot of the music is sort of an amplification of whatever mood or feeling the song is trying to sort of look into. And I think this song is essentially like trying to make the case that love or being in a relationship can be like a battle, like being in the killing floor. I think he was making this, yeah, down in this killing floor. That love can be heart-wrenching and rip your heart out. And I mean, if there's one person that can portray that emotion well through his voice, it's Plant. But it sounds fun. I don't know how they've done that. They've made heartbreak sound fun. love how they matched each other's notes there. That was amazing. Damn, that was a good song. Wow. Okay. Like I was saying, I feel like this album, man, I think what they've done is they just turned everything up a notch. Everything seems to be heightened that they were doing so well and made them so unique on the last track. And it's turning these songs into like these transformative experiences. I mean, I think of Whole Lot of Love. And again, that was originally a blues song. A lot of the lyrics and themes that they were taking from was a blues track, but they're transforming them into these crazy pieces of music, which is like, I mean, how can you even put them into a genre? Are they metal? They're certainly rock. They're blues inspired. They're progressive because their songs switch and change so often. So what are they? I guess they're a sort of genre of their own. This is what makes them so unique. The last thing I will say about this is it's interesting to hear how sort of the ideas that existed in music in 1969, I think this was released in 70, is repeating itself now in modern music, especially in hip-hop, where there's been a change, where there's a lot more like progressive hip-hop instrumentals where songs will switch halfway through and change and turn into another song, and you hear this ideas being started all the way in the 60s. It's pretty cool to witness now. All in all, fantastic song. I mean, what a bonkers track. So much to say about that. Those walls of notes, waves, I should say, the waves of notes that were coming at you from Plant's incredible voice and that fantastic bass line and connection between the drum and John Paul Jones. Fantastic track, man, overall. Fantastic.